Group 11 Contact Symbols. Touch contact. This symbol, for example, is for when you want to have a sign like my or have. You have to add this contact symbol so you can show where the location is because it is on the chest. This is how you write my and have with the touch contact symbol. Other times, with signs like no, you don't need the contact symbol because you will have the face symbol with the location area to show where, as well as a hand shape nearby. So there's no reason to add this, it's too much information. This could be a way to write no, but the touch contact is not needed because the other symbols already show contact. This would be a simpler way of writing no. You use the double touch contact when you have a sign like my, where it repeats the contact twice. This is how you write my repeated twice with the double touch contact. This means a touch contact in between. For example, America. Graphs contact. This next symbol here means grasps for signs like volunteer or earring. You use this symbol. This is how to write volunteer and earring with the graphs contact. This is when you grasp more than once. For example, when you grasp the earlobe twice for earring or the sign series, use this symbol. This is how to write earring and series with the repeated graph contact. This means a graph in between, which might not be seen that much, but it might happen with signs like when an animal bites. Another example might be when you clasp your hands together, which is when you use this symbol. This is how to write bite with the in-between graphs contact. This is how to write clasping hands with the in-between graphs contact. Strike contact. This symbol is the strike contact, a hit. Like with a very emphasized mine, this is when you use this symbol. Other examples like a car accident or like giving a spanking would also use this. This is how to write an emphasized mine with the strike contact. This is how to write car accident with the strike contact. This is how to write spank with the strike contact. This is for strikes repeated more than once, like giving a spanking. This is how to write spank repeated with the repeat strike contact. This symbol isn't used that often. This means a strike in between, like when something strikes between the fingers. This is how to write when something strikes between the fingers with the in-between strike contact. Brush contact. This symbol is the brush contact. This is used when the contact is at the started location and then moves off. For example, signs like lay off would use that symbol. This is how to write lay off with the brush contact. The repeated brush contact means the brush is done more than once. For example, clean and also happy would use this symbol. This is how to write clean and happy with the repeated brush contact. The in-between brush contact doesn't really happen that often, but one example would be a sign like escape. This is how to write escape with the in-between brush contact. Rub contact. This symbol is the rub contact. The contact stays, it never goes off. It's a rub. An example would be the sign please, which would use that symbol. This is how to write please with the rub contact. Now, in general, the rub contact alone would rub in a circular motion like please. Once an arrow is added, that changes the direction of the rubbing, for example, tall. This is how to write tall with the rub contact with an arrow. Nice also uses a rub contact along with an arrow. Eager uses the rub contact and back and forth arrows to show the direction of the rubbing. This is rubbing more than once, like with wash, done for a longer time, would use that symbol. This is how to write wash for a long time with the repeated rub contact. The in-between contact would be with signs like start. This is how to write start with an in-between rub contact. Surface contact. These are the surface contact symbols. When you are writing and the hand symbols are overlapping, making them unreadable, the hand symbols can be placed side by side with these symbols here. So I will explain how to read them. These symbols with the one straight line represent the floor. Your hands would be on the floor plane. The half symbol on top means the contact is on top. On the right is contact on the right, contact below, and contact on the left. This is contact on the top surface. This is contact on the surface on the right. This is contact on the surface below. This is contact on the surface on the left. The double straight line represents the wall plane. That's the two lines here. Now remember, when doing expressive writing, that the top of the page represents what is farthest away. Imagining these symbols laying on a flat surface will help you understand what is closer and farther. The half circle on top means the contact is in front. Below is contact behind. On the right is contact on the right, and on the left is contact on the left. This is contact on the surface farthest away from you. This is contact on the surface closest to you. This is contact on the surface on the right. This is contact on the surface on the left.